Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how to make money as a teenager. When I was in high school, one of the best decisions I made was to start my own online business. I wanted to buy my own stuff, I wanted to make a lot of money, and I wanted to learn the ropes of entrepreneurship. Fast forward to today, I think it's one of the biggest reasons why I'm 26 years old, making nearly $1 million a year, running my own business, and most importantly, doing something that fulfills me and supports the lifestyle I always dreamed of having. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down your success into two main parts. The second one is what everyone's here for. It's what everyone wants, and that's the 17 business ideas that you can start at school, at home, after school in order to start stacking that bread and making money. But before you skip forward, don't make the same mistake that I made. It's so easy to hop on YouTube and search business ideas and just pick one and run. But if you don't understand the two main things that no one's really talking about on YouTube about business and success, it doesn't really matter what you end up choosing. You're probably going to fail. And I know failure has its own lessons, but I've failed enough for the both of us. So just lock in for the next 60 seconds and then we'll get to the really fun stuff. When I started realizing this about business, I started making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month when I was in high school. And that is, business is all about finding a need and filling it. If you can start practicing at a young age, looking around your community or the world, finding different needs and doing your best to fill those needs with value, you are going to make more money than you ever thought was possible. Business is really freaking simple. And if you want to be really successful, whatever that means to you, you have to get good at adding value where it's needed most. And I know this sounds really obvious, but this is one of the biggest things you can practice. Get in the habit of going around your community, your neighborhood, your school, the world on social media or whatever. You're probably not going to walk around the world, and ask yourself, where is the biggest need and how can I fill it? Now, keep in mind, the bigger the need, the more skills you're going to need in order to fill the need, which leads me to number two. This is something I skipped in my teens and I really regret it, so don't be like me. But I remember the day my sophomore year where I wanted to start a business. I did a quick Google search or YouTube search, which might be how you found this video. And the first thing that popped up was graphic design. I watched a few videos on YouTube about how to be a graphic designer. And right after those videos, I posted in a Facebook community about, hey, I do graphic design. I'm an expert. Hire me, basically. Yeah, please don't do that. And let me explain why. You've got to realize that the best investment you can make is in your own skills. If you ask any successful person, young or old, they will tell you the best thing they did when they were young is they invested and pursued in themselves. They acquired skills and built a foundation on those skills rather than chance or luck. But you're asking, well, what skills do I focus on? Like, there are so many skills out there. And yes, I agree, it's overwhelming, it's a ton, but whatever you choose, you've got to stick to one of them. Don't be like most people and pick a skill. 3 days later, you're not seeing results or growth, and you pick a new skill. That's the fastest recipe to failing. To be in the top 1%, you've got to be willing to do what 99% of people aren't willing to do. And in my opinion, in my experience growing businesses, the thing that 99% of people don't do is they don't persist through tough times. I wasn't always good at content creation, being on camera, product development, sales. But because I was willing to be bad at it for a couple of months, literally that's all it is, then I can now dictate how much I want to make for really my whole life. So with all of that being said, pick one of these 17 things, stick with it, and don't be afraid of being bad at it first. And I promise you're going to be so freaking successful. Let's dive into the options. First, if you like pets, start a dog walking business. Owners are really busy and dogs are really fat. My dog was 25 pounds overweight, and I hired a teenager for 3 hours a week, $25 an hour, to walk my dog. And it was fully worth it for me. Set up some flyers around the neighborhood, post on a Facebook group, or even knock on doors. If you do 3 dogs per night, you make over $2,000 a month. Number two, babysit or be a nanny. Parents always need trusted babysitters. So if you have time and you're responsible and you like kids, this is a pretty solid choice. This is something that I did all throughout high school and college. So it's kind of a job that grows up with you and gets easier and easier because of the relationships you build in the community. I got paid $25 an hour, and although it was difficult, it was super rewarding and taught me a lot of skills. Number two, sell handmade goods. I once coached a student who did this. They were really crafty and they made over $2,500 a month selling things on Etsy. And not only was she making a buttload of money, but she was also enjoying every second. She was relaxing because she took a skill that she already did and literally just started posting it to social media and Etsy, and she built a business out of it. People also love custom pieces. So if you build the skill of selling in social media, this can turn into a full-blown business that you could even sell for a bunch of money when you graduate. Number four is something that I hire all the time, and that's to create YouTube thumbnails. If you clicked on this video, you did it because one of my students who designs thumbnails designed my thumbnail and I paid them for it. So if you have an artsy eye or you like to, work in Canva or Adobe Photoshop, this would be a really, really good option for you. YouTube isn't going anywhere, and I promise you, your favorite YouTubers don't create their own thumbnails. You can reach out to small creators, or you can start offering your services on Fiverr, and I promise you, this is something that people pay good money for. Of course, start small. You might not charge a lot, but that's something that grows with the skill. Number five, videography and photography. This is once again something that isn't going anywhere. People always need videos and photos to capture their awesome moments. I have tons of juniors and seniors in my coaching program that take pictures of the sports and the games at their school. They do senior pictures. They do pictures of events at school, whatever it may be. This is an amazing skill. Like I said, it's not going anywhere. If you or your parents have a decent camera, or you even have a new iPhone, that's a place where you can start. An added bonus is you learn social media, you learn how to market your pictures, and that's going to make you really successful too. Number six is video editing. Not only do people have a huge need for taking videos, but it's also a huge need to edit them. I literally just hired somebody with really no experience to edit and cut and add music to my videos. They use CapCut, Adobe Premiere Pro. They also use AI to repurpose a lot of the content that I make. Teach yourself an editing software, focus on improving your skill every day, go around to small businesses and start to build your portfolio. Number seven, social media management. When I was in college, I found a local coffee shop and they paid me $500 a week to not only take a couple of pictures, I was not good at taking pictures, but also to schedule them to their Instagram and TikTok and Facebook accounts. And it was pretty simple. Only took me a couple hours a week. You're probably on social media, and so you have the skills already. It's all about now forming it into a business, responding to DMs, all that good stuff. Once again, a huge need that you can fill. Number eight, washing cars. It's super low cost, but a high reward business. Again, take time to learn the skill. It might sound really easy to go and wash a car, but the people that I've known that have turned it into a business, making $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month, are people who invest in detailing. This is awesome if you like cars. And if you get really good at the small things, then word is going to spread really quick. I paid up to $800 for my own car to get detailed, and it was worth every penny of it. Number nine, lawn mowing and snow shoveling. Is it seasonal? Yes, but there's always a need as long as there's grass and snow. Offer to cut grass in the summer and shovel snow in the winter, and offer it as like a package deal. Word is going to spread, and it's easy cash for just a few hours of work. I had a friend in high school that loved being outdoors, so he started a mowing business. He made 5 times as much as I did, and then sold his business when he went to college for over $100,000. Again, start small and build your way up. Number 10, for you crafty people, design stickers for Redbubble. If you love art, this is once again an awesome choice. Design cool stickers on Canva or Adobe Illustrator, upload them to Redbubble, and start posting them on social media. You'll start earning passive income when people buy your designs, and you can make anything from, cool designs to quotes to random pictures of a cat. Number 11 is dear to my heart because this was my first entrepreneurial journey. I started selling and flipping clothes on Poshmark. and it made me around $2,000 a month as a 15-year-old. Now, I started selling my own clothes that I had recently grown out of. Yes, I got my parents' permission, but then it gradually turned into a business where I'd go to Goodwill, I'd go to thrift stores nearby, and I would know name brand clothes. I'd bring them home, I'd take pictures, and I had a full room in my house dedicated towards my inventory. So if you like thrifting and you're pretty good with clothes, you have good style, then this is a good option, and it can be really, really fun, teach you customer service, sales, and then of course, online business. Now, number 12 is something very similar. And once again, you got to get permission, but declutter your home. Help your parents throw away the random electronics that were good 10 years ago and sell them online. Same thing with books that haven't been touched for 14 years. The same logic goes here. You can eventually start hitting thrift stores, bringing them back to your house, creating inventory, and selling those things online for a profit. Number 13 is to work at a local shop. I know this is a classic first job, but it does teach you really important skills like customer service, communicating with strangers. My very first job ever was making chicken tenders at a pool. And I really did learn how to communicate with people, how to deal with rejection, how to deal with complaints. And once again, one of the biggest reasons why I'm where I'm at today is because I learned those skills. A really good place to start with this is ask yourself, where do I like shopping at? If you're like me, that is a lot of places, but go to those places and ask them if they're hiring. The really cool bonus here is that if you end up getting a job, you can get a nice little employee discount. Number 14, sell food and baked goods, even for dogs. I had a student once that had their own dog treat business that they made really organic treats for dogs. They packaged them up, put them on social media, and built a pretty solid business out of it. They were making like $500 a month, $1,000 a month by doing what they love, and that's baking. So if you like to be in the kitchen, this could be an awesome option for you. Number 15 is so underrated and something I already know is a need for a lot of parents out there, and that is tutors. If school comes easy to you, be a tutor for younger kids. Parents need this so much, especially in classes like English, reading, science, and math. Once again, post in local Facebook groups, and I know that's very boomer, but that's kind of your audience, and you can make $30 an hour teaching kids how to do really simple things. I never did this because I was not good in school, but I had a tutor that was just a little older than me, and it was really helpful. Again, find the need and fill it with your skill. Number 16 is also really underrated, and that is writing. You got to come close here. If you learn how to write in a way that hooks an audience and keeps them engaged, you are going to be so rich. Seriously, I paid an 18-year-old $35 an hour to write content for me, and now she's working for me full-time. She's gonna make $80,000 a year as a 19-year-old, which is pretty dope, pretty sick, and it's all because she knew how to write. I will say artificial intelligence is improving, so the demand of writers may drop, but if you can become someone who is good at talking and prompting AI for the sake of writing, I'm gonna say, once again, you're gonna be rich. And lastly, number 7, start creating content on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. It takes time to grow. It's a total grind, but it can change your life if you're consistent. I will say for this one, you probably won't make a bunch of money off the bat, but again, it's all about learning skills. For me, I went 3 years without monetizing my channels, and now I've had big companies pay me upwards of $10,000 to $15,000 for 60 seconds of video. It's kind of crazy. But it reminds me of a quote that's honestly a good quote to wrap up this video, and that is, you always get paid for the work that you do. Sometimes you get paid in money, in skills right now, but often you have to wait a couple of months, a couple of years to get paid for the work that you're choosing to do right now. So whatever business idea you choose from this list, make sure you're consistent, you're gritty, and most importantly, you're finding a need, building the skills to fill the need. I'm proud of you for making it to the end of this video. If I missed any business ideas, drop them below in the comments. I want to know what y'all are going to do to stack that bread at a young age, or if you're going to use any of the 17 that I mentioned in this video. Again, commit to one, chase after it, and start controlling your life. Nobody's gonna do it for you. If you're already overthinking everything that I just said, go ahead and watch this video. It'll help you take action when you're feeling overwhelmed. All right, love you. Peace.